In this video, we'll be working on the graph of sine function, cosine function, and tangent functions, and we'll figure out some properties. So let us look at y equals sine x and make sure that you are in radian mode, and you go to the window, make your window say negative 2 pi, negative 2 pi to positive 2 pi, and then y max mean negative 2, positive 2 is fine because we are interested between negative 1 and positive 1. You know that the amplitude of sine x is between negative 1 and positive 1. Now we can graph your function and then see what happens. So this is your sine function. So sine function passes through the origin and it has a value here negative pi and negative 2 pi. So those places sine is 0, sine 0 is 0, sine pi is 0, sine 2 pi is also 0. And if you look at from here to here, that is called the period of sine function. So the period of sine function is 2 pi. So the period of sine function is 2 pi and it is an odd function, and you can see origin symmetry we have. So mathematically we know f of negative x is negative f of x, that means odd function. So sine of negative x is negative sine x. Now we'll look at cosine function. So now we are going to make the graph of cosine function. So let me type my cosine function, cosine x, and I have my window actually from negative 2 pi to positive 2 pi. So let us see the graph of cosine function. It is very similar like sine function, but you can see it has some shifting. So in this case, you can see cosine 0 is 1, we know that. Cosine pi by 2 is 0. And cosine, so in this case, negative pi by 2 is 0, negative 3 pi by 2 is 0. And again, if you see for the cosine, it goes from here to here is your total period, which is 2 pi again for cosine x. And it is an even function because it has y-axis symmetry. So we have verified all of this. Just remember, cosine of negative x is cosine x, so it is even function. And the period is 2 pi. Now we'll look at tangent graph. So you can write here tan x, and we are using the same window we have. Negative 2 pi to positive 2 pi. Let's graph. So you can clearly see that the repetition is from here to here is one period, and then see that that graph is repeated. So if you look at here, this is negative pi by 2 and this is pi by 2. So tangent is undefined at pi by 2, we know that, because tangent is sine x over cosine x. So cosine x is 0 at pi by 2 and negative pi by 2, so we have vertical asymptote. So the length from here we got just pi. So that's why tangent function has period pi and it is an odd function. So I need to change this, and it's not even, tangent is. And we have seen in the graph that it has origin symmetry. Okay, so this is odd function within its domain for sure. All right, so this is all about graph of sine, cosine, and tangent functions.